The MASL is proud to welcome you to this Major Arena Soccer League broadcast right here on MASL TV. I'm Peyton Barron. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Tacoma Stars play host to the Baltimore Blast for the second time this weekend. Two teams met up on Friday night for one heck of a match that the Tacoma Stars were able to top one of the top teams in MASL, these Baltimore Blast, 8-6. Take a look at some of our heroes from Friday night, one on both sides. Tyler John finished with 2 goals, takes his season point total up to 14. Omar Sila, he had 3 goals. He had himself a hat trick, 2 of those coming in the final minute of the game as Baltimore had a 6th attacker on the field and they were trying to just scrap and claw their way back in. You can see both players. Sila, season point total is up to 8. He's got 6 goals, 2 assists in just 9 games. Tyler John, 14 points in 14 games played. They're both about a point each per player, so we'll see what they are able to bring tonight. They were some of the most electric pieces. Tyler John, he had those 2 goals. He also set up the shootout opportunity for Nick Pereira when he got absolutely demolished by Mike Zierhofer. Zierhofer was blue carded. Pereira then completed the goal, ended the power play on the shootout immediately following. So those are our Friday night heroes from that 8-6 win for the Tacoma Stars. So much going down in that game that will determine what is going to happen tonight. But who better to talk to about tonight's matchup than one of the coaches from the Tacoma Stars? Earlier today, I was able to catch up with Tacoma Stars player, coach, leader, do-it-all man, Corey Keats, and I'll step aside and let's go to that conversation that I had with Corey looking at tonight's matchup with the Baltimore Blast. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's Coaches Show. Tonight we have the man, the myth, the legend, Corey Keats. He wears the number 3 for the Tacoma Stars, and he is the brains behind the operation. Corey, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And, you know, we're playing a big one against Baltimore tonight. Took home the win on Friday night, doubleheader weekend. These ones are always a little tough. You see the same team twice within about 48, 72-hour period. How do the Tacoma Stars go out and be successful yet again against one of the top teams in MASL?
Yeah, I think it all starts with going out and playing collectively as a group defensively well. I think that's something that we excelled on Friday night, was to limit their chances to go 1v1, and I thought our 1v1 defending was key, and so I think defending is the key for tonight.
The Tacoma Stars didn't start the season the way that they wanted to. A couple of rough bumps here and there. It was a great start against San Diego, and then from there on kind of fell off. 1-goal games, tough matchups that we had. How do the Tacoma Stars make the most out of what's left in the rest of the season and try and maintain their position and get into the Ron Newman Cup playoffs?
Yeah, I think consistency. I think, we've been close in, like you said, most of the games we've played this year. They come down into the fourth quarter, so being a little bit more, focused in on details. I think in the indoor game, the little subtle details are super important, and I feel, some of those games that didn't go our way, but just continuing to be consistent and doing the things that we're trying to do offensively, defensively, and, being one collective as a group.
You talked about fourth quarters being so important in that sort of response that you had there. How does tonight's fourth quarter match up with Baltimore? Do you envision this game going down to the wire? They got a little tight on Friday night. We thought the game was going to get put away. They scored a couple of goals, made it 8-6 late. Do you envision that the Tacoma Stars are going to be able to put this team away earlier than the fourth quarter, or do you think it's going to be fighting, scratching, clawing all the way through?
I always think the second game of a doubleheader weekend is always challenging. They're always close, regardless of who you play in the league. Most nights are tough. It's a lot of good players in the league and good teams, and they want to win as well. So I do see it coming down into the fourth quarter and being tight the whole way. Baltimore's an incredible team. They have great players. Obviously, you can see them in the standings and where they are and who they've beat this year. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter.
Who do you expect on the Tacoma Stars to shine tonight and really take over and make the match theirs?
I'm going to say Chase Hansen. I know he doesn't get a lot of credit, but I think he's been having a great season, and I think he's going to come through tonight with a goal and assist.
Look out for Chase Hansen tonight. He's Corey Keats. Corey, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Coaches Show. Kickoff is coming up next right here on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Excesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, we ask that you please rise and kindly remove your hats and join us in honoring America and those who protected with the singing of our national anthem. Perform this evening by our dear friend, Gloria Moore.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back into the Excesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. I'm Peyton Behrens, bringing you the Tacoma Stars taking on the Baltimore Blast. Tacoma got the better hand of Baltimore on Friday. Let's take a quick look at the standings to see how Tacoma is sizing up their push for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Now that red line is indicative of teams that are in the playoffs if they're above the line, and the teams below that red line are out of the playoffs. That Friday night win got the Tacoma Stars in control of their own destiny. Now they can maintain pace, try and keep themselves above the Dallas Sidekicks, above the St. Louis Ambush, and they can find themselves into San Diego for the first two rounds of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Baltimore Blast, they sit in fourth as it stands currently. They're chasing the Kansas City Comets, San Diego Sockers, and the Chihuahua Savage. Chihuahua lost today on the road at Utica 10-6 after a massive 19-goal performance just the other night. Today, Utica takes on Chihuahua. They win 10-6. Kansas City not updated on this graphic, as I made this graphic early this morning. Kansas City won over the Harrisburg Heat 4-2. So Kansas City actually 3 more points in those standings. They should be on top of the San Diego Sockers. But for the sake of our game tonight, Baltimore maintains their position in 4th. The Tacoma Stars maintain their position in 8th. Both of these sides should be set up for a good one tonight. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. Not many changes on either side from Friday night for these two sides. The only difference in lineup for the Tacoma Stars is backup goalkeeper. Luis Beretta is not rostered with the Tacoma Stars today. Donald Mock is on the bench. He'll be the man behind Chris Toth tonight, hopefully unneeded. The only time that Luis Beretta may have been called into action on Friday night was when Chris Toth was blue carded late in that game. 36 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Chris Toth got a blue card. Instead, Misa Lopez put on the gloves and went out there with the 6 attacker shirt. Luis Beretta did not play Friday night. Played yesterday in the whistle for the Tacoma Stars reserves. He is not available here for the Tacoma Stars tonight. Chris Toth gets the start for the Stars. Nick Pereira, Logan Jones, Nani Mendoza, Alex Caceres, and Mike Ramos. Those are the 6 on the field for the Stars. Underway in Tacoma. Ramos trying to target Mendoza. Rodriguez gets the nod in the net tonight over Mike Zierhofer. We'll see how the change works, maybe in favor or not for Baltimore. Both keepers have nearly an equal record on the season. Sila takes out Ramos. Baltimore under possession for the first time tonight. Pacheco, Thompson, Juan Pereira in the lineup. He's the only addition to this Baltimore side from Friday night. Enrique a long target downfield. Silva slides on. Here's Enrique. Silva on the overlap. Toth covers the near post. Silva had 2 blue cards in the 3rd quarter alone on Friday night. This is Tyler John, 2 goals. Talked about him in the pregame. Canale wants one off the boards, deflected by Pacheco. Rodriguez lets fly. Briscoe slides on, takes it away. Here's Briscoe, 3-on-2, plays John. John, straight into the face of Rodriguez. He is down. Luckily, he's not out. Training staff on the field immediately. Mike Zierhofer may be called into this game when he wasn't expecting to. Rodriguez putting his body on the line. A brave soul doing so. John's just gonna line this up, first time shot. And being a goalkeeper in this league, that's a tough one. Big kudos to Julian Rodriguez. He's ready to go. He's staying in this game. Stars will be under the possession on a restart. This is Chase Hansen. If you were with us in the pregame during the coaches show, this is who Corey Keats mentioned as being a player to watch tonight. Chase Hansen, one of those guys who has played a ton of MASL games. I believe 170 tonight is Chase Hansen's 170th career MASL game. Silva lays back. And pardon me, 163 is the career number of games for Chase Hansen. Jones of the challenge, top corner of your screen. Couldn't connect the pass for Rivers. Stars need to recover. Sela, he had a hat trick Friday night. He opened scoring at just about this very moment. 12:24 remaining in the first quarter. He notched a goal on Friday night. Pacheco. This is Porch. Diagonal ball, Rivers cuts it off. Goes long, this is Lopez. Has Nah on a sprint. Nah watches this. Brings it down, has a double team on the way. Nah gets through it. Goes for Jones, but plays behind him. Now it's Caceres. Jones and Nah go for a change. Mendoza on. Hansen on. Souza gets pulled down by the shoulder. Stars will have a free kick in front of the glass. Saw Felipe Souza last week on MASL Plays of the Week. He went airborne for a volley. About shoulder height on Souza. He was able to step up to the task. Pereira back to goal. Ramos back post. Rodriguez pushes it away. Lopez maintains possession, but a poor hospital ball back. Dieguez takes it over. Diagonal ball from Dieguez is intercepted by Ramos. Stars under possession. Pereira's got some real estate ahead of him. Cuts it in on his right. Tries setting up Canale, and it's deflected behind. Hansen down with the thigh. Settlers for Canale. And here's a breakout opportunity. It's Dieguez. He may be in on a one-on-one with Chris Toth. Dieguez, left foot roll over, and Toth pokes it just past Chris Toth. Opens the scoring. Reminiscent of Friday night, Baltimore opens with the lead early on in the first quarter. Crafty play, that little rollover with the left foot and then outside of the left foot. Good distribution from Rodriguez to find him. Long ball for John, trying to run onto it. Stars have their work cut out for them. John the target. Silva defending in the corner. Double team on the way. John got crushed. Jones on possession. Briscoe. You'll hear from Kai Briscoe at halftime tonight. See, wears that ball to the chest. It rolls through. Still pressuring Silva. Briscoe battling. You'll hear a little bit from Kai Briscoe in our Star of the Night segment. Silva goes square for Porch. Briscoe lays down like a hockey defenseman, does just enough. Toth comes out and gets it. That was awesome from Kai Briscoe. String of a couple defeats that Baltimore is looking to avenge tonight. They had an 8-3 loss at Utica. Lopez shot from distance. Canale was on the backside. They had a loss at Utica, an overtime loss at Empire, and then just Friday night, an 8-6 loss at Tacoma. Canale pulled to the ground. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Nah goes past Pacheco. Nah gives it a strike. Rodriguez a better save. Rivers goes in on the challenge. Wins it back for the Stars. Ramos, touch, takes it up in the air. Rivers loses his footing. Pereira the target. Pereira bouncing ball. Mendoza couldn't find anybody dangerous. Breakout from Chad Porch. Jones tracking. Porch on his right foot, cuts it back. Baltimore really stretching it out. Sila all the way back in his own defensive half. Pereira all the way back in his defensive half. Here's Porch. Thompson. Pereira with a toe poke. Silva chasing him down. This Baltimore double team has been fierce so far tonight. Anytime a Tacoma Star gets against the boards, they got a man doubling down from the top side. And so far, it's been working. It's been successful. Souza in a double team. Briscoe maybe was fouled. Souza with a strike. Rodriguez with a save. Canale crawling through. Here's Hansen on the reset. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. John with a shot. Next dead ball will lead us to the media timeout. Enrique can't get past Hansen. Souza nearly reads as Rodriguez has to just push it away. Canale with a great turn. He's taken off of his feet. Free kick in a dangerous spot for the Tacoma Stars. Ramos stands over at 5-second count. Is going to start after the wall is set. Here's a great turn from Canale. His feet just gets taken out from underneath him. It's Juan Pereira. Here's Nick Pereira. Pereira for Caceres. Misa Lopez with a shot. Deflected. Nah. Recycles it. Ramos top of your screen. Jones bats that ball down with his hand. Stars gonna go for a change. 4:41 to play in the first quarter. Still awaiting first guaranteed stop in play. These free kicks are allowed to be retaken rather quickly. We'll get to our media timeout. Sponsors stand by. Briscoe reads it well. Briscoe, if he can get past one. Briscoe with the outside the foot. Rodriguez comes out and times it beautifully. Ty Briscoe's anticipation when reading those passes is phenomenal. Porch. Sela. Pacheco. Here's Spur. Rivers and Briscoe on the logo. Take 10, that's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergerud to take you inside the game and get to know some of the big stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV. Be sure that you check out this week's episode. Baltimore Blast owner Ed Hale dropped on Friday afternoon. This ball goes the distance. Rodriguez to Toth. Mendoza receives this pass from Hansen. Souza misreads John's run. John's called for the foul as he pushes Silva in the back. John showing the referee his pants got pulled down during the altercation with Silva. He wants a foul going the other way. Got to remind Tyler John this is a family program. Great ball played back. Dangerous. Here's Porch. Silva with a pass. Thought about going for a change. Stays on the field. Enrique the target. Hansen closes. Porch on the overlap. Souza. Toth reads it off the windows. That's well done. Jones plays a ball to the corner. Rodriguez with a header. Pereira goes to chase it down. Canale, dangerous area. Good save, Rodriguez. Here's Caceres. 90 seconds in the first quarter. Jones. Tacoma has 8 shots on goal in this first quarter. Canale trying to make it 9. Pereira on the walk-up against Pereira. Nick Pereira cuts it back and forth. Silva with a good effort to block it down. Ramos on the full. It's very far wide. .50 seconds in the first quarter to play. Pereira has some open space. Toth carries. Long ball, couldn't find Ramos. Silva's header is a weak one. Hansen shoots that off the backside of Thompson. Excuse me, that's Mwape. 30 seconds in the first quarter at the ShoWare Center. Nah, overlaps Spur. Pereira, maybe that ball is intended for Caceres. He watched it go by. Ten seconds in the first quarter. Pereira tries to pirouette. Nah on the ball, 3 seconds. Spur with it. Hansen, the horn sounds. 15 minutes gone. Just like that, Tacoma Stars trailed the Baltimore Blast 1-0. Fans, remember, Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battling achy joints and muscles. Learn more or try it for yourself by visiting greendrop.com. We'll be right back with the second Quarter right after this, you're watching the Tacoma Stars play host to the Baltimore Blast on MASL.
Already we have.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
It's never too early to start talking playoffs. Join 8 of our teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs April 5th through 7th. Ticket deposits are now being accepted. Visit frontwavearena.com for more information. So the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the round of 8 and the round of 4, will take place at Front Wave Arena. Following that, the 2 teams that come out of those playoffs will play a home-and-home to decide our Ron Newman Cup champion, giving fans a chance for home field advantage with their teams on the way to the Ron Newman Cup. Some news that came out yesterday as Craig Elston was interviewing Commissioner Keith Tozer that if the arena has the schedule availability, we could see a true best-of-3 series played in the Ron Newman Cup final and not be home and home with the mini game following. But if there is stadium availability to have a true best-of-3 series when the 2 teams reach the Ron Newman Cup finals, then it will be scheduled as so. So that's exciting to see if we can get that true best-of-3 rather than the mini game to potentially decide the Ron Newman Cup championship. First quarter has come and gone. Dieguez has her only goal. Unofficial on the stats right now. I have Rodriguez with the assist on that, dishing that ball out to Dieguez. See if that assist stands. Julian Rodriguez playing in the goal tonight. Mike Zierhofer got the nod on Friday. And it's Julian Rodriguez with the net on Sunday. Jones with an interception on the pass towards Dieguez. He's going to win it back. Play continues on as there are shouts for a handball. Jones, sky high, wins a header. Rivers! Great challenge. John on the outlet. Tries to slow it down, has Briscoe chasing in the middle. Tyler Johns pulled down, free kick. Look at this challenge. Rivers timed it perfectly. Hansen and Spur over the ball. Hansen rolls it back, Spur. Plays over for Hansen, bottom side of your screen. Tacoma Stars going left to right, wearing their all blue jerseys with that famous orange and yellow Argyle. Pereira against the glass. Plays it back for Hansen. This is Lopez. Enrique Plays a little keepy-uppy with himself. Thompson lines one up. Stars have the Argyle on the jersey, matches the roof of the Tacoma Dome, the original home of the Tacoma Stars. Spur intercepts a pass. Tacoma Dome has a paint job surrounding it, not quite orange and yellow. About 3 different shades of blue that surround the Tacoma Dome. Hansen under pressure from Enrique. If you're joining us from Baltimore, thank you so much for being with us. Hopefully you perhaps stayed up late on Friday night and enjoyed the broadcast. Tonight, not as late as what we saw on Friday. The game that ended at just past midnight Eastern time. About 9:20 local. Here's Pereira. Back heels a bouncing ball and brings it down. He's in a double team. Chad Porch pressuring. Pereira couldn't find much support. Stars rattled off 10 shots in the first quarter. Rodriguez, he was tested, but he passed the test on all of them. Caceres tried to go 5-hole, couldn't find it. Jones now for Pereira. Caceres, ball bounces interestingly off the window. Rodriguez does enough to push away, and now this is with Toth. Worth noting a couple of Pereiras on the field tonight. Juan Pereira defending. Here's Briscoe in the middle. And Juan Pereira comes through, times his challenge to perfection. See if the Stars can maintain. Juan Pereira wearing the 22. He didn't play Friday night for Baltimore. He is playing tonight. Nick Pereira, of course, the number 10 for the Tacoma Stars. Former MASL MVP. So a couple of Pereiras to watch out for. Ball hits off of our official, Elvis Osmanovic. Their crew chief tonight by Josh Wilkins. Assistant referees Kelsey Harms. Fourth official is Ryan Ottle. And in the penalty box is Mason Hull. Stars trail 1-0, 10 minutes and 43 seconds to play in this first half. And today does not favor the Stars when you look at the history books. When it comes to playing on Sundays, only one win. They are 1-2-2. 2 overtime losses on Sundays. And they only have 1 win on the season. When it comes to second games of the weekend, both of those wins registered in those stats just read, both came to the Harrisburg Heat just last weekend. Pereira into the middle. Ramos. He made a good run, but it was intercepted well by Juan Pereira. Jones slows it down. Stars, they want to dictate the pace of game. They want to dictate the tempo. Pereira goes back heel. Lopez with a strike, and Rodriguez gets 2 hands on it. Ramos couldn't get past Silva. Jones recovers, wins back possession. Early on in the season, we saw the Tacoma Stars playing a lot of point ball where you find a target man like Nick Pereira. You wait for cutting runs off of him, whether it's to the right, to the left, oftentimes set in 2 cutting runs. We haven't seen that over the last stretch of about 4 or 5 games, but the Stars have found more success than they have all season in these past 3. A 3-game win streak, looking to extend it to 4 tonight. Last loss coming right here at home to the Milwaukee Wave. A game that the Tacoma Stars were in and potentially could have won. A lot of close games for these Tacoma Stars this season. Back heel, Porch, dangerous area, lays it across. Sela misses out on another opportunity to find the net. He's sitting on 3 goals on the weekend, trying to make a push for Offensive Player of the Week. Tyler John getting crisscross, ball off the short side boards. Porch recovers. Toth couldn't get there. Ball hit hard off of those corner boards and came around into the middle of the area. Canale doesn't time his tackle well. Silva goes flying. Silva was a handful on Friday night. A couple of blue cards in the third quarter. Big body, big frame. Tacoma needs to find themselves a goal. 1-0. As we're through 20-plus minutes of play. That oftentimes is not the score line when you play that long in indoor soccer. Canale gets fouled. Tacoma Stars next game, it's a doubleheader here at the ShoWare Center on Saturday, March 1st. The Stars host the San Diego Sockers at 6:05, but prior to that, the Tacoma Stars reserves will take on Bellingham United in the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship game at 3 p.m. Tickets are available here at the box office at the ShoWare Center or by going to tacomastars.showware.com. Be here for that doubleheader, Tacoma Stars reserves and Bellingham United. Always make for great entertainment. Eddie Na made a great run, but it wasn't rewarded. Briscoe tried to go crashing into the offensive end, but Rodriguez comes out for it. Dieguez battles with Souza. This has been a one-on-one matchup all night long thus far. Catch MASL every Monday night on MASL TV and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bachavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss all the league's hot topics. Hansen back for Briscoe. Rivers distributes to Na. Lopez slides on the field. Pereira back for Jones. Whistle blown. Stars are going to get a free kick just outside of that arc. Need to be clinical here. The Stars can so often capitalize on set pieces. Anytime you got Nick Pereira on your team, no wall is enough. Right now it's a 3-man wall. Pereira, one of the outside men. He may sag off for Caceres, and Pereira might be trying to find that hole. Pereira goes over for Caceres. Pereira with a sliding effort. Nick Pereira on the challenge. He lays off for Ramos. His shot was blocked. The goalkeeper was beat. Here's Ramos again. He plays back for Caceres. Caceres' strike, upper bins. How do you do, Alex Caceres? Alex Caceres is as clinical as you can get when it comes to indoor soccer. The lefty, he's an assassin. Look at this placement. Ramos just plays him back. He's gonna take a touch, look up, and just a perfect curler. Ain't nobody in the league reaching that ball. Well done, Alex Caceres. The Stars go level at 1. 5:17 to play in the first half. We'll step aside, take a break, don't go anywhere. Rest of the first half, is coming up next on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Fans, remember, make your arrangements for the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs. 8 of our teams are heading to sunny San Diego as they square off in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs April 5th through 7th. Ticket deposits are now being accepted. Visit frontwavearena.com for more information. Just before the break, Alex Caceres was able to get the Stars level with the Baltimore Blast. It's the first goal of the night for the Tacoma Stars coming late in this second quarter. Something the Tacoma Stars desperately needed. Here it is again. You'll see this one all week next week. MIN5 plays of the week. You name it. Alex Caceres. Just a delightful curl. Team's back on the field, ready to get restarted. Julian Rodriguez well out of his net and working his way up that low side boards. This is him with the ball in the blue shirt. He passes and then he retreats to his goal using his lone touch. Here's Ramos. Pacheco chasing him down. Ramos, left foot back post just wide. Here's Rivers. Thought about turning it. Stars had a great opportunity. $15 shots on the night so far for the Tacoma Stars. The Baltimore Blast, just 4. Chris Toth has not been tested a ton. Friday night, Chris Toth only faced 14 shots. He made 9 saves. Spur can't find Nick Pereira. Silva, now Porch. Ramos. Pacheco through the middle of the field. Ball goes down low, missed out by Guevara. He's frustrated with the pass. Tyler John slides on with Canale up top. 2 excellent forwards on the field for the Tacoma Stars. Alongside them, Willie Spur, who will do the work in the middle, try and track back and forth. Caceres and Hansen are the deep threats defensively. Canale does so well playing with that ball underneath him anytime that there's a challenge. He's such a physical player. Tyler John is fouled and slammed into the boards, and he's gonna be the victim of a blue card challenge. I believe that's Juan Pereira. Excuse me, no, it's Guevara. You see the shoulder shove that sends Tyler John flying. Baltimore was the victim of a few blue cards. And it looks like a yellow card has also been shown for not making his way over to the penalty box immediately.
5-minute yellow card, Baltimore number 17 for dissent.
So the blue card will be served as shown, and then after the 2 minutes, there will still be 3 more minutes of a yellow card penalty, which can then go to 5-on-5.
Attention please, there were 2 cards on play, both of number 17 for Baltimore. The first card, blue card, issued to Baltimore number 17, Jamie Thomas.
And pardon me, it was Tomas. It was not Guevara. It was not Pereira. It was Tomas. So a blue card for boarding, a yellow card for dissent. Dieguez will serve in there with him so that Dieguez can come out after the 2 minutes and get back to even strength. Pereira with a strike. Rodriguez maybe got a foot save on it. Stars were rather successful following Baltimore blue cards Friday night. Mendoza had a goal that came off of a Pacheco blue card. Pereira had a goal off the shootout and a PK. Both of those come off blue cards. So Tacoma capitalizing on 3 power play instances Friday night. See if they can do it again. Mendoza from a wide angle. Silva deflects it sky high. Mendoza with a strike. Rodriguez airborne for the save. Cat-like reflexes. Pacheco goes for a change. Chad Porch comes on. Pereira gets it diagonally. Tries to turn Porch, couldn't. Mendoza for Ramos. Ramos turns it onto his right, sends one defender sliding. Spur, his shot deflected over the bar. Good shot from Mendoza, better save Rodriguez. Caceres on the run up, the free kick, and it hits Rodriguez in the head again. Rodriguez is down. This is the second time that he's had a ball hit him in the noggin. Hopefully he's okay. He's back up quicker than he was the first time. Early on, it was Tyler John who laid a strike into Rodriguez. He wasn't able to get his hands to it. 41 seconds left in the power play. 1 goal apiece. Mendoza couldn't get it. Porch now on the run out. Can Porch go shorthanded? Spur chases it all the way down. Porch had no high press help. He's got to retreat. 25 seconds. This is Ramos. Mendoza. Bottom of your screen for Caceres, and now Spur. Spurs shot deflected. 7 seconds. Caceres, that's going to do it. Dieguez is going to come out. And we are back to even strength. Baltimore kills off the penalty. We are at a minute until halftime. Here's Dieguez, fresh legs. Pacheco makes a great run. Pereira plays back for Porch, and everything's reset for Baltimore. Low scoring contest thus far. Toth plays Caceres. Long ball up and over the top. Mendoza's the target. He's got John to the far side. John makes a cutting run across to the bottom of the screen. Under 30 seconds until we get to halftime. Souza for Briscoe. Stars 21 shots so far in the first half alone. Porch shows Souza the inside. 10 seconds now. John back to goal. Briscoe on the challenge. Horn sounds, a low scoring first 30 minutes, but we should have an exciting second half. Nothing separating these two teams thus far. 1 goal apiece. Don't go anywhere. Great content. MI5 star of the night, all coming up on the Tacoma Stars halftime show right here on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Excesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Shoot! He
This is the MASL in 5. What's going on, folks? I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Great to see you again. I'm here to get you caught up on everything that's gone down in the league over the past few days, and I've only got 5 minutes to do it. So let's go.
Jaime Romero y Eric Tobar. Va con Tobar. De derecha el disparo y el gol.
This was the home-and-home series everyone had been waiting for. Chihuahua and San Diego, the top two teams in the standings right now. The Savage continued their dominance at Corner Sport Arena, taking their home portion of the series 8-5 on Friday. Back in San Diego on Sunday, though, different story. Tavoy Morgan potted 2 for the Sockers. They won the return match 5-2. The surprise of the weekend, no question about it, came from the Texas-Milwaukee tilt. The Outlaws led by 2 with just over a minute left, but the Wave would complete a dramatic comeback. Ian Bennett tying it up with just 10 seconds left on the clock, but the Outlaws dug deep in overtime.
This touch there by Breno as Chavez coming forward, shot at a goal. David Stankovic scores for the Outlaws. They win it 7-6.
Texas head coach Eddie Puskarich, a happy man. That was just the Outlaws' second win of the season, and it came against the powerful Wave. Another dramatic finish came from the Baltimore Empire game. Jesus Pacheco tied it up at 3 apiece late in the game for the Blast. Cue the overtime heroics for Empire.
Back in overtime, it's Brian Orozco in a hurry. He fires it. Brian Orozco, upper left corner. Strikers win. Strikers win. Brian Orozco with the game winner. Uncle Franz, there you are again. Your upper corner where you keep the good stuff.
Great goal, great call. Harrisburg visited Tacoma for 2 games. These contests had huge playoff implications. Both teams needed the wins desperately. Ultimately, it was the Stars that got the points they needed. The Heat were competitive, but Tacoma triumphed 8-4 Friday, 8-7 Sunday. Kudos to Tacoma superstar Nick Pereira. After competing in the MASL All-Star Game in Utica last Wednesday, no break for Nick. He hurried back to Grit City and was instrumental in their 2 wins, racking up 3 goals and 1 assist. And another chapter was written in the Battle of Missouri. St. Louis gave Kansas City all they could handle last weekend. They even led 4-3 in the 4th quarter. Beautiful goal there by Carvalho, but it was all Comets from that point on. They ultimately pulled away for the 8-5 victory. St. Louis enters this weekend 3 points out of a playoff spot. Okay, your Green Drop players of the week: in goal, Brian Orozco from Empire. Defensively, Cesar Cerda from San Diego. And on offense, Jorge Rios from Chihuahua. Let's start with Jorge's body of work. Huge weekend, 6 points, 3 goals, and 3 assists for the Chihuahua marksmen as they split those 2 games against the San Diego Sockers. And defensively, it was the soccer man himself, Cesar Cerda. Huge in those 2 games for San Diego. 15 blocks he racked up for the boys in blue. And in goal, it was Brian Orozco. Yeah, he made some big saves, but he also came up with one of the goals of the week, as you are about to see now in our MASL Plays of the Week.
Will shoot it into the corner for Reggett. Reggett bangs it off the glass, and then on the volley shot! Oh, Henry!
Here's Pereira bringing it down. Sends his own ball off the boards, and Souza goes airborne, answers back just moments later.
Chance for one more shot, maybe. Breno drives it in! Ian Bennett! Shot a goal! All tied at 6.
Kelvin in the
attacking third. From his left to his right, and he scores a banger. 3-1 Team Kelvin, he's got 2.
Kill unit on the field for the Harrisburg Heat. Pereira settles. Pereira juggles. He turns. Volleys. Nick Pereira, you are magnificent.
This touch there by Breno as Chavis coming forward, shot at a goal. David Stankovic scores for the Outlaws. They win it.
For a one-timer, but here we are back in overtime. And it's Brian Orozco in a hurry. He fires it. Brian Orozco, upper left corner. Strikers win. Strikers win. Brian Orozco with the game winner. Uncle Franz, there you are again. Your upper corner where you keep the good stuff.
And that is going to wrap things up for today. But just a reminder to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the league all throughout the season. Be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Hey everybody, I am Tacoma Stars play-by-play voice Peyton Behrens. He is our star of the night, and this is the Tacoma Stars defender, Kai Briscoe. Kai, thanks so much for joining us tonight on our halftime segment. Appreciate you being here. I want to talk to you first and foremost about growing up locally. Renton High School, you went to the University of Washington, played your soccer there, some outdoor ball with Ballard FC to play in the USL League 2. Now you find yourself playing for the Tacoma Stars. Very local product coming through and through here. What's it been like, your soccer career leading up to this point and playing for the state of Washington, basically anywhere you can?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's super awesome being local. Always focus on being local. Being in the Sounders Academy just kind of kept me in that mindset of this is where my home is going to be. And then going after that, transitioning to the University of Washington and learning everything from all my players who've gone and played professional. Jamie Clark's also, and all of his coaching staff they're phenomenal. So they taught me everything I knew along the way, learning from different coaches, playing for Ballard with James Riley, his coaching staff as well. It's been a blessing and an opportunity to stay local and get the opportunities that I have. So it's really good. But everything that they've taught me, it's got me to this point. So very thankful and good to be home. It's making me comfortable, and I know everybody. It's a small world, so it's awesome. It's awesome.
You've played at some of the highest levels that you can at seemingly every age group that you've gone through, whether it's your youth career, your college career, so on and so forth. What's the transition been like coming into MASL? Is it's a completely different game, and what's that kind of been like going from Division I outdoor soccer into this indoor world of the MASL?
Yeah, it's kind of like everything gets flipped upside down. Everything's kind of opposite. You go from this big field and having different strategies, but learning on the fly. This is being my necessarily first year. It's you learn quickly. They've been teaching me a lot. Nick, Corey, Alex, Logan, even some of the other younger guys, they've been helping me along the way. So it made it like an easier transition. Playing in my first game in Chihuahua was hectic, but it was a good transition, right? I'd played with confidence, no fear. Everybody supported me, so it was an easy transition. And from there, I proved that they were right, and I deserved my spot on the team. So I'm thankful for that opportunity as well. But it's been a learning every second. Trainings. The games, right? There's or even film. There's so much to learn. So just learning as much as I can is the most important part, because this is just the beginning. Absolutely, and you said it best. No fear and with confidence is how you play. I mean, 100 miles an hour, running through every single ball, and you've found yourself in great scoring positions and even scoring a goal because of that. What was that like, that first MASL goal that you were able to score, and coming off of such a Kai Briscoe style of play, hard pressure, turnover when a defender wasn't looking, go and take a strike? I mean, what's all this been like in your rookie campaign? Yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, just the confidence from the team and the boost that they give me to do that. It was amazing. Getting the ball from Chase, and he gave me the confidence, like he gave me that look to go, and Nick was supporting me on the back post. Just gave me the confidence of the world. So finishing that like we do it in training, back post on the ground. I did what we learned, and it was phenomenal for sure. Well, Kai, thanks so much for joining tonight. He's Kai Briscoe. He's our Tacoma Star of the night. Second half action is just around the corner, so don't go anywhere. Tacoma Stars right here at the Accesso Showwear Center on MASL TV.
Tosses it out to Pino. Pino will shoot it in the corner for Reggett. Reggett bangs it off the glass, and then on the volley shot! Henry! What a goal! Comets lead 1-0.
We were talking to Henry Ramirez on the field before the game. He always seems to come up for big games.
Here's Pereira bringing it down. Sends his own ball off the boards, and Souza goes airborne. Answers back just moments later. Felipe Souza, how do you do?
Alvarez will come on to get it. Chance for one more shot, maybe. Breno drives it in! He is not up! Shot a goal! We're all tied at 6.
Good composure that time by the Wave.
Goes flying through for the clearance. It's not good enough. And this one scores again. What a crazy minute of indoor soccer. Back and forth and back again.
Big performance last Saturday night with a couple of goals. Stepping into a little bit larger role after the injury. Off the wall and a chance at a goal. Nestor Hernandez. Second goal on the season for Hernandez, as the sidekicks force the turnover.
Este juego se tiene que jugar de manera perfecta. Aquí la busca Pedro González, el disparo. Gol del cuadro salvaje.
Duca fires one and bags it from downtown. 4-3 St. Louis, their first lead of the game.
It is 2-1 Team Kelvin. Kelvin in the attacking third, from his left to his right, and he scores a banger. 3-1 Team Kelvin, he's got 2.
Just when you think he's going to cut you inside on his left, he pulls it back to his right. Can score either way, can score high, can score low.
Está brindando un partido muy entretenido hasta ahorita. Exacto. Y el disparo, golazo. De San Diego, la repetición.
Middle to Briscoe. Still the penalty kill unit on the field for the Harrisburg Heat. Pereira settles. Pereira juggles. He turns. Volleys. Nick Pereira, you are magnificent. 3:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Nick Pereira maybe just found the nail in the coffin.
I'll tell you, we talked about it, as you're going to see in the replay. This is what happens when they were able to get time and Pereira down low without the Santos in.
Hero at the end of regulation. Trying to get the game winner now. Mistouch there by Breno. As Chavez coming forward, shot at a goal. David Stankovic scores for the Outlaws. They win it 7-6.
Stepped in front of Marco Fabian late in the fourth quarter there. Maybe an opportunity for a one-timer, but here we are back in overtime. It's Brian Orozco in a hurry. He fires it. Brian Orozco, upper left corner. Strikers win. Strikers win. Brian Orozco with the game winner. Uncle Franz, there you are again. Your upper corner where you keep the good stuff.
Fans, make sure to get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. A lot of activity this weekend when it comes to new faces in different places. Saw Frank Tayu and Robert Williamson make switches to go to each other's side. You also saw Moises Gonzalez depart these Tacoma Stars, head off to the Chihuahua Savage. It's with Chihuahua now, and that's a trade that these Tacoma Stars will have to figure out how to do without a prolific player like Moises Gonzalez. Only just a couple of games under his belt so far this season. Best of luck to Moises in Chihuahua. Hopefully the Stars can fill that void. Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. If you're with us right now on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. I'm Peyton Behrens. We're at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington on this lovely Sunday evening. If you're with us on the East Coast, we wish you an excellent Sunday night. Tacoma Stars, Baltimore Blast tied 1 apiece. Dieguez had a goal in the first quarter. Caceres had a beauty in the second quarter, and Curler found the upper bins. Here's Caceres trying to go long for Ramos, and it's well behind him. The only other issuing in the stat sheet that we saw was a blue card and a yellow card issued to Tomas. Here's Ramos, he slips on the turf. Ball skips all the way back. Tomas, a blue card for boarding and a yellow card for dissent, so he served his 2 minutes. Dieguez actually served the 2 minutes and came out when he could. That yellow card happened with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Ramos on the turnover. He's pushed in the back, and then he grabs the ball. He's called for handling. There was no foul on that first initial shoulder. So Tomas's yellow card spills over into the second half. He will have to wait and play out that minute and 48 seconds on this side, and then wait till the first guaranteed dead ball till he can vacate the penalty box. Teams playing at even strength. Stars were not able to capitalize on the power play. Hansen goes flying forward. He gets a touch on the ball, and then a shoulder on the other side from Enrique. Maybe it was shoulder to shoulder. Chase Hansen grabbing his wrist as he's down. A little impressive that Chase Hansen was able to actually get a touch and complete that pass over to Willie Spur while flying through the air after the collision. Long ball, Tyler John targeting. Goes back for Spur. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. A tale of two cities for these two sides, Tacoma and Baltimore. Tacoma on a 3-game win streak. Pair of wins against Harrisburg, and then the Friday night win against this Baltimore Blast side. Souza goes down, no foul called after him and Bramus collide. Nah, can't get past Bramus either. He's a brick wall. As for this Baltimore side, a couple of losses and an overtime loss mixed in there. Lost to Tacoma on Friday night. Just before that, a loss at Empire and a loss at Utica, all on the road. They're a perfect 6-0 at home. Good battle in the corner. Ball comes into Chris Tote's area. Tote stands up to the first. Second chance effort, though, finds its way home. It's Guevara with the goal. Stars scrambling. A lot of madness on the back line. Off the wall to himself, Guevara, deflection. Leads to the second goal of the night for the Baltimore Blast. Baltimore continues to score in the early parts of the quarter. Stars ready for the reset. It's only the 6th shot of the night for the Baltimore Blast. They have 2 goals to show for it, so good conversion rates. Lopez wins that ball. He puts his body on the line. Ramos maybe should have went first time to Pereira. Ramos still chasing it down, and Rodriguez pounces off of his line. Nick Pereira in pursuit of Porch. He's not going to win that foot race. Chad Porch, he lines up. He's just wide. Header, no. It was Tomas with the header. He's fresh out of the box. John cuts inside. Rodriguez is out. Tyler John does it himself. Tyler John is hotter than the sun. He's a shooting star. 15 points in 15 games this season. Tyler John, consistent as it gets. Look at this. He's going to cut inside. He's going to win this foot race. He's going to go around Rodriguez, and he's going to level the game. 50 seconds later, Tyler John. John had 2 goals on Friday night. He's got 1 here. Souza shoved down near the boards. Whistle blown, advantage was played. So Tyler John, he has been a nightmare for this Baltimore side. Here's the foul. Pereira turning, Pereira still rolling. Pereira wants the challenge flag thrown. It's on the field. Rodriguez might see blue. So Tyler John, he's been on a heater. He had 2 goals on Valentine's Day against the Harrisburg Heat. He had 2 goals Friday night against these Baltimore Blast. He's got a goal tonight against the Baltimore Blast.
Tacoma is challenging for a blue card for a goalkeeper handling outside the area.
So we'll give video review. It's our first challenge flag of the night. A lot of activity here in this 3rd quarter. Early parts of it too. We are 3 minutes, 44 seconds into it. So here's Pereira. Maybe he's gonna get called on the handling with that shoulder. He's gonna turn. This ball's gonna ride straight up the wall. Rodriguez is gonna reach over the line. Allegedly, he's gonna reach over the line according to these Tacoma Stars. Perhaps we can find a better angle. Nick Pereira and Omar Silla battling. Silla had 3 goals Friday night. Nick Pereira's on the field with his arms in the air. He thinks that's clear and conclusive. This angle's not going to do much for us. Scanning all the angles that we have. I will say, Nick Pereira is usually pretty good when it comes to his challenge rate. Not actually when he argues the call with the referee, but anytime he issues the bench to throw that challenge flag onto the field, Nick Pereira is usually able to get it right. From his viewpoint on the field, maybe he had the best viewpoint as he's right there with Julian Rodriguez coming out of the net. I don't know if we saw a conclusive angle that will overturn this.
After review, the video replay is not clear on whether the goalkeeper handled the ball outside the area. Tacoma loses their possession.
So Tacoma loses their challenge. No more for the night. Pereira's going to be frustrated. But ultimately, Nick Pereira not wrong, just not clear enough evidence to overturn the call. And I'm sure Nick Pereira does not want to hear that right now. Tacoma Stars in a battle. This game oh so important for the Tacoma Stars. Following this series with the Baltimore Blast, they play host to the San Diego Sockers this upcoming Saturday. Kickoff set for 6:05. Be sure that you get your tickets, TacomaStars.showware.com. Rivers turns. Ramos on the left foot. Toth is beat. The deflection does not favor the Stars. Our third goal of the third quarter. All of this action happening within the first 5 minutes of play. And Baltimore's back on top. Here's the shot, deflection off Caceres. Here's another chance for Baltimore. Spurs gonna chase it down. A 3-goal third quarter, and we still got 10.5 minutes to play. That ball hits off the top of the windows and skips up into the crowd. Rodriguez goes long for Diegues. Ospina. Back for Silva. Ospina on the left, foot save Toth. Silva reads John like a book and then skies that ball into orbit. The gravitational pull of the earth barely brought that ball back down. Here's Pereira. Jones is turned, Diegues. Souza times himself beautifully and then plays off the wall for Caceres. Here's Pereira, bottom of your screen. Nick Pereira leading the charge for Tacoma. His pocket is picked by Sila. Porch in a double team. Souza wins it. Souza tries to set it on his left foot. Porch recovers well. Chip ball. Sila wins it. Porch. Underneath, it's Pacheco. Caceres has to recover. Pacheco has Enrique on the back post. Goes off the wall. Toth pushes it away. Lined up for Porch. Right over the top of Chris Toth's goal. Stays in play off the windows. Juan Pereira plays to the top of your screen. This is Thompson. Enrique trying to turn Hansen. He gets pulled to ground. Whistle blown. Hansen had two hands around him, but he's yelling that his jersey's getting tugged just as much. Pereira and Souza go off in favor of Ramos and Rivers. Here's a look at that. I mean, it's very clear that Chase Hansen has two arms around Enrique. Three-man wall in front of Juan Pereira. He's wearing 22, has the armband on his left arm. Plays a dangerous ball. Enrique just misses it. Ramos chases it down. Rivers floats to Ramos's left. Ramos lines it up. His low shot finds the near side corner. Mike Ramos. Just subbing onto the field before that free kick. Leads the counter the other way. Rivers with a great run that draws away the defense. And Ramos gets a shot that creeps past Rodriguez. Here it is. Small deflection goes a long way. Pereira's foot barely hits the bottom of it. Ramos probably thankful Rodriguez had it covered, but Ramos ends up with a goal and we are back level. Bouncing ball, dangerous area. Jones was pushed from behind. So a foul called in favor of the Tacoma Stars. So far, the Stars have continued to fall behind by a goal and then draw level. It's happened 3 times tonight. Jones down to the corner, toe comes out on the scoop. Goes for Pereira's feet. Pereira's pass was just off for Canale, and he issued an apology. Long ball looking for Silva. Pereira reads it well and sends it out of play. And we have made it to the media timeout, so we'll take a break, step aside. It's the Tacoma Stars 3, it's the Baltimore Blast 3. And don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with the rest of the third quarter right here on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Never too early to start talking about playoffs. Join 8 of our teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs, April 5th through 7th. Ticket deposits are now being accepted. Visit frontwavearena.com for more information. Both on the catch. Tacoma Stars have worked their way into the playoff picture. Win on Friday night took them over the Dallas Sidekicks for the 8th spot right now, as it is a one-table league. Used to be split up Western Conference, Eastern Conference, not anymore. Top 8 teams go to playoffs. Tacoma Stars find themselves in the thick of things. As it stands now, they are chasing Empire for the 7 seed. That will be 1-game single elimination format for the round of 8 and the round of 4. Pacheco fakes a shot. Porch. So as it stands right now, if the playoffs were to start today, Tacoma would be playing Chihuahua in a first-round single elimination game. Stars have done well against the Chihuahua Savage when it is not in Mexico. In Mexico, Chihuahua has the upper hand. Last season, Tacoma Stars won 3 games at the Showwear Center against Chihuahua. Here's Souza, he's called for a foul on Porch. Tacoma Stars bested Chihuahua 3 times last season here in Kent at the Showwear Center. This season, second game of the year was played against the Chihuahua Savage right here at the Showwear Center. Tacoma Stars took them all the way to overtime in a shootout and lost 3-3 after regulation and overtime. Ball goes out, playing into the Baltimore bench. That Chihuahua side, they fell today to Utica, 10-6. Elsewhere around the league, Kansas City, they beat Harrisburg 4-2. Silva and Pereira battle. Now it's Canale and Silva. Just up the road last night, up I-5, UFC Seattle took place at Climate Pledge Arena. Hopefully we don't see anything reminiscent of UFC Seattle here between Baltimore and Tacoma. First time in many years UFC has returned to the Pacific Northwest. Here's Canale. Ball goes up into the Stars bench. It's going to go for a Blast restart. Elsewhere around the greater Northwest, the Seattle Sounders kicked off their MLS season last night. A 2-2 draw against Charlotte. Here's a turn, dangerous area. Jones defending, good block, it's pushed away. Guevara again, Jones with a karate kick. As I was mentioning, Seattle Sounders 2-2 draw against Charlotte last night. It was an own goal in the 93rd minute by Yamar that allowed Charlotte to level and draw late. Overlapping run, sliding, Toth pushes it out, Briscoe gets it. Briscoe, he's got some space in front of him and he's got some burners. He misdribbles it, gets caught up underneath him. Spur. Under 5 minutes here in this third quarter. Pereira back to goal. Lays one off for Mendoza. Rodriguez with the chest pushes it away. Pereira's called for the foul on Guevara. What a save by Rodriguez. Mendoza slides onto the field. He gets a pass from Pereira. And Rodriguez comes out in the one-on-one, wears it to the chest, keeps his side level. Dieguez with a shot, thought it had a chance. Sila off the wall. Pacheco. This is Misael Lopez. Lopez is a product of the Tacoma Stars reserves, who will be playing in the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship. The Tacoma Stars reserves, not Misael Lopez, as he mishits a pass. Tacoma Stars reserves found themselves into the championship game. The win last night over Everett City. That game was played at the Tacoma Soccer Center in a doubleheader that featured Bellingham United beating South Sound. Here's a shot, good save, Toth. Rivers, can he clear? Stars need to get away from this pressure. Mendoza tries to dial up Lopez in behind, but Thompson with a sneaky sub gets himself onto the turf and intercepts the pass. Enrique battles with Hansen. Pereira rolls it over once, it's off the crossbar. Tell you what, that shot would get a speeding ticket on I-5. That thing had some serious horsepower behind it. Souza plays up the boards for Mendoza. Mendoza clears just to try and get the Stars some new life. Canale subs on. Lopez does well on Guevara. Tomas. Back for Silva. Long spell of possession for Baltimore. Ramos. Ramos, he gets his second. A quick give and go with Dieguez. Allows him to hit a left-footed strike, a rocket, a missile that skirts its way under Chris Toth. 4-3, Baltimore retakes the lead. Quick entry ball into Dieguez. Take a look as this play is going to circle around. Quick give and go. Ramos comes through it, puts a full foot through it. We have a 4-3 game again at the shower. Excuse me, not again. A one-goal lead yet again. This game all night long has been Baltimore taking the lead and Tacoma leveling. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter. Here's a breakout. Pereira in behind. He knows he's not going to outrun Logan Jones, so he brings himself back. When Logan Jones first came onto the scene, he had some sneaky speed, a body style that usually isn't so connected with a fast player. Pereira on the strike, misses out on the corner. But I think Jones has now been in the league long enough for teams to know he's a physical player, he's a big body, and he's got some burners on him as well. Keeps up with just about everybody in the league. I don't think anybody gives Logan Jones more of a challenge, though, than Tavoy Morgan. But watching those two go to work against each other, that's exciting stuff. Rodriguez puts one into row 5. Usher goes over to make sure the fan's okay. In baseball, you have to be on the watch out for foul balls. Indoor soccer, we're lucky enough to have walls and windows to protect our fans most of the time. Nah goes down, he's fouled. Stars will have a free kick. Caceres gets on the field. Nah's gonna go for a change. Pereira's on, Lopez is on, Ramos and Mendoza. Pereira's gonna run up. He finds Ramos. Ramos nearly had a turn and a strike, but I think that ball bounced about knee high and he wasn't expecting it to. Under a minute to play. Third quarter. Pereira back for Misael Lopez. A missile that's blocked by Pacheco. That takes guts to get in front of. Mendoza. Pereira. Pereira. Turning. Ramos. Hansen, Ramos. Caceres, 8 seconds. Whistle blown, foul called. Pereira's gonna get a free kick, 6 seconds on the clock. Yellow cards getting issued. The point is over at the Baltimore bench. Don't know who it gets issued to. And it's a yellow card to David Bascombe, the head coach for Baltimore. Pereira goes to Ramos. He puts it into a dangerous area, and Thompson finishes it for him. Mike Ramos has 2. So the free kick pays off for the Tacoma Stars. Pereira gets the assist off the free kick. He's just going to roll this ball. Ramos aims backside, and Thompson's going to finish it for him. Horn sounds, end of the third quarter, 15 more minutes to play. We are yet again dead even, 4-4 apiece. Baltimore, Tacoma, final 15 minutes of this game coming up next right here on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Hudson's Trucking and Transportation of proud sponsors of tonight's special delivery of the game. Please give your attention to the field for Curtis and delivery.
Take a look at that Alex Caceres goal coming in the second quarter. That leveled things up at 1. We now stand 4-4 tied. Fans, the next Tacoma Stars home game is a doubleheader right here at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington on Saturday, March 1st. The Stars will play host to the San Diego Sockers at 6:05 p.m. And prior to that, the Tacoma Stars Reserves will take on Bellingham United in the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship game at 3 p.m. Tickets are available here at the box office or by going to tacomastars.showwear.com. Be sure you get your tickets for an exciting Saturday full of indoor soccer at the Showwear Center. So Mike Ramos just drew the game level. It was a Nick Pereira free kick with 6.8 seconds left. He laid a ball off to Ramos, put it into the middle into a dangerous area, and Thompson was just in the wrong place, wrong time. Briscoe's header doesn't go anywhere. Ball still in the dangerous position. Caceres on the free kick. These two teams in the second part of a doubleheader weekend. They met up on Friday night in an 8-6 win for the Tacoma Stars. Tacoma looking to do what they've only done once so far this season, which is win on the second leg of a doubleheader and win on a Sunday. That one win came against the Harrisburg Heat just last weekend. Pereira, a long target, couldn't find it. Bramus, he's got 2 goals, chest it down. Diegues, Jones. Jones with a great challenge. Diegues not thrilled about it. And now Jones goes on a run. Pacheco with the double team. Porch in front of Jones. Now it's quadruple. Jones still keeping possession. How do you do it, Logan Jones? Pereira turns, puts it on his left. Pereira just too high, inches. Caceres. Spur. Pereira for Caceres. Canale in the area. He goes down. Rodriguez couldn't clear well. Spur with a shot. Near post just missed. Canale and Pereira still battling. Stars keep possession. This is Spur. Rodriguez scoops it up. Timeout gets called. We'll step aside, take a quick break. 12:53 to play here in regulation. It's 4 apiece. Tacoma Stars playing host to Baltimore Blast. We'll be right back right here on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Rodriguez long ball. Jones with a header. Enrique brings it down. Jones plays off the wall. This is Na. Thompson. Mwape. Interesting to see how this fourth quarter is going to play out. Baltimore has not been able to gain more than a 1-goal lead, and they've given it away 4 times so far tonight. Enrique. Baltimore, though, has never trailed. Rivers can't clear away. Ball reset, recycled. Mwape. Enrique. Rivers to Jones, and now it's Na. Possession taken back over by Baltimore. Subs go flying for both sides. Pacheco. Guevara. Souza, maybe holding on to it for too long. This is Briscoe. Where's the number 8? Now Souza over for Hansen. Lopez. John couldn't retain possession. Here's Ramos on the strike. Pacheco turns. He gets fouled by Mike Ramos. Ramos had 2 in the third quarter. He's been Tacoma's best on the attack so far tonight. This is Porch. Header won by Dieguez, and he did so while backing into the glass, jumping into it. Hansen tracks down this long ball. Funnels it up the boards to Ramos. Tyler John targeted. Toth gets low, makes a save to his left-hand side. Tomas had the strike. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bashavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss all the league's hot topics. Caceres for Pereira. Canale in the attack. Has Spur overlapping. Canale keeps it. Jones off the wall for Pereira. Caceres. He had the first goal for the Tacoma Stars tonight from distance. Pereira gets shoved into the boards. Who else but Silva? He had 2 blue cards on Friday night. Training staff runs onto the field because Rodriguez waved them on. Pereira is grabbing his arm. Silva not going directly to the bench. Yellow card gets issued to Silva for dissent. So the same exact offense that we saw Tomas get earlier is now issued to Silva. Silva's going to serve a 2-minute blue card and 5 minutes for dissent. Still not making his way over to the penalty box. Kelsey Harms assisting Silva over to the penalty box area. Stars were unable to capitalize on the power play earlier.
Restart as a penalty kick. Baltimore
So
is
watch on the
challenging for
right
no blue
side
card.
of your screen. Pereira goes to goal. Silva with a shove, and Pereira goes headfirst into the boards. So Silva, and a challenge has been thrown. I missed that. The challenge flag was tossed. So we're getting video review to see if it's actually a blue card. I don't know if the reversal of the blue card would overturn the yellow card dissent that he also received. I'd assume that just the blue card is what is overturnable here. Caceres has some words for the Baltimore bench right now. Zierhofer is off the bench near the Tacoma side. As always, it's an electric night at the ShoWare Center. You never know what you're going to get when two high-octane teams face off against one another. The beauty of this league, MASL, is all of these teams are so talented, so you are due to get great matches night in, night out. Referees have their decisions made. Let's take a listen.
After review, the initial decision is confirmed.
So a blue card is upheld. Yellow card also. Silva will sit for 2. Somebody will have to serve that 2, as Silva will be in for 5 total minutes. Josh Wilkins and Elvis Osmanovic were over deciding the calls. Kelsey Harms on the field, maintaining order between the two benches. And a PK is awarded. Herrera scored from the penalty spot Friday night in the 3rd quarter. The PK also came on a Silva blue card. Henrique is on his way over to the penalty box to serve the 2-minute penalty. So Pereira across from Rodriguez. Pereira donning the number 10. Pereira approaches, and he slots it home. The Stars have their first lead of the night. How sweet it is. Pereira with a little taunt. He gets yellow carded. And that's the same celebration earlier that Guevara was showing off. Pereira can't believe it. Adam Becker sees yellow. Cards being issued left and right. But the Stars have a lead. Here's the PK. So Pereira goes over to serve 5. He's going to walk over to the bench, mock the Guevara celebration. Becker gets yellow carded as well.
Yellow card dissent, number 10, Tacoma. Yellow card dissent, head coach, Tacoma.
So Silva and Pereira's yellow cards will both end at the same exact time, as it's 9:13 on the clock when Silva's was issued. The PK scores, no time comes off of the clock. So they serve 5 minutes. We are playing 5-on-5. They won't be allowed out of the box until the first guaranteed dead ball stoppage. Pacheco turns. Dieguez plays for Bramus. Lopez can't go forward. It's blocked. Jones heads to himself off the wall. This is Rivers. Couldn't get away from Pacheco, and Bramus is on possession. Critical moments for both sides in this game. So far, some of the decisive stuff on the weekend has been Silva's blue cards. On Friday, Silva's blue card that led to the Pereira PK made it 7-3 and basically made that game feel out of reach for Baltimore. Tonight, his blue card allows Tacoma to take the lead. Ball off the wall, skips all the way to the far side. Enrique. Shot blocked by Toth. If you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot from this one. Nah. Gets to the corner, off the boards. It's finished, and the Stars take a 2-goal lead. Alessandro Canale. Wallace scorer with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nah, quick little step overs, give him just enough space to hit that ball off the short side windows. And that ball could not have been served to Canale any better. We're at the timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action coming up next on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Welcome back to the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. Tacoma Stars lead the Baltimore Blast 6-4. I'm Peyton Behrens. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Next Stars home game is a doubleheader here at the Accesso Showwear Center. It's Saturday, March 1st, where the Tacoma Stars will play host to the San Diego Sockers for a 6:05 kickoff. Just before that, the Tacoma Stars reserves will be playing in the Western Indoor Soccer League final right here at 3 p.m. against Bellingham United. Rivers on an interception. He's going to go coast to coast. Rivers just wide. Briscoe runs it down. Briscoe taken off of his feet. Stars win a free kick. Be sure you're here this upcoming Saturday for the Tacoma Stars doubleheader. Caceres is going to get this wall counted off, make sure that they are back to the appropriate distance. That'll reset the 5 seconds. And Caceres wants a timeout to talk things over. We'll take a timeout as well. 6-4, Tacoma Stars lead, 6:36 remaining in regulation. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one on a Sunday night. It's MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Fans, MASL is proud to announce the MASL Captains Coalition, a brand new endeavor that looks to bridge indoor soccer and some of the charitable causes that we find most important today. This month's Captains Coalition helps us celebrate Black History Month, and throughout the month of February, MASL captains will be wearing special limited edition Captains Coalition armbands, which will be signed by the team and auctioned off for charity. The auction is open now, and you can visit event.gives/MASL to bid on your favorite team's armband. The auction will close Friday, February 28th. Ramos with a strike, Rodriguez with a save. I've heard that one before once or twice tonight. Canale, our most recent goal scorer, he's pulled to ground. Easily called. Thompson went two hands over the shoulder, and War was on Canale like a backpack. Following tonight, Baltimore's got 2 against Harrisburg, home and home. Then they play Utica and St. Louis on back-to-back nights. Caceres chips across. Canale on the full, and it's up and over the glass into the net. So if Baltimore can't get it done tonight, they look to end their skid against the Harrisburg Heat next week. Those games, March 2nd, March 8th. Hansen on the run-up, goes back for Caceres. Caceres. Sela plays long. Porch chases it down. Toth has to settle a bouncing ball. Porch does everything to get himself onto it. Here's Canale. Pereira claps it up from the penalty box. Him and Silva are still in, serving their 5-minute yellow cards. Still have a minimum of a minute 30 on those. And then it'll be at the next guaranteed dead ball opportunity. And Rodriguez and the Blast want a timeout. 5:34 to play here in regulation. We'll step aside, take a break. Tacoma Stars leading Baltimore 6-4. We'll be back at the Accesso Showwear Center right after this on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Welcome back into the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington, where the Tacoma Stars lead the Baltimore Blast 6-4. They have trailed or equalized all night long. Baltimore had such a firm holding in this game through the first 3 quarters, leading 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and 4-3. Tacoma kept leveling back, and then in the fourth quarter, Silva took a blue card that led to a Pereira penalty, and then Canale was able to notch a goal just moments later. Baltimore is opting for the 6th attacker already. Pacheco wearing the pink. Rivers is going to go try and take a strike on Pacheco. He's into a double team. Bouncing ball, Porch is trying to outrun Jones. The Stars can win this back. Pacheco is well out of position. Baltimore under clear possession, and now they're going to be able to walk this up. Playing a man up, Pacheco on the field. Here he is in the pink shirt. Porch swings and misses. Hansen goes sliding. A goal for Baltimore. Things get interesting. Juan Pereira is able to get one back. This ball goes through. Porch tried to get a strike off cleanly. Pereira, Juan Pereira that is, just with a little touch up and over the top. 6-5 as it stands. Julian Rodriguez is back in the net. Stars lead by 1. Now is not the time to try and play patient soccer. Oftentimes when you go to sit back, you're going to concede. Tacoma conceded twice in the fourth quarter on Friday night when Baltimore had 6 attackers on. Sela had both of those. Stars trying to high press while Rodriguez remains on the field. Caceres brings this ball down, and he's fouled. 4:08 on the clock. Pereira knows his time is up in the box. He wants a sub out, but it needs to be a guaranteed stop and play. Caceres, 4 minutes remain. Tacoma with 33 shots tonight. Baltimore with 17. This is Na. Na battles. Na puts one off the wall, looking for Canale. Again, couldn't find it. Rodriguez sprints for the bench. Jones called for the foul. Pacheco slides on as the 6th attacker. Play restarts. Stars in the middle of a change. They only got 4 on the field. Rivers gets back on. Stars trying to be extremely careful, making sure that they don't get caught out in a too many men situation. Going down a man and playing in a 6-on-4 would be detrimental to Tacoma. Porch, Jones, they meet in the middle. John wants to play himself. He knows Pacheco's out of his area. John, if he can win this, he's got an open goal. Ball gets switched across to Juan Pereira. 2:50 to play. Nick Pereira and Silva still in the penalty box following the yellow card. Thomas. Sela, top of your screen. Back for Tomas. Toth picks it up. Timeout called. Silva and Pereira are going to be let out of the penalty box now. 2:07 to play here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere. Tacoma Stars lead 6-5 over the Baltimore Blast on MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
The Tacoma Stars are back and they're ready to turn things up a notch. Don't miss out on your chance to see the Stars in action live this season at the Accesso Showwear Center. Experience the fast-paced action of Tacoma Stars soccer for yourself. Head to www.tacomastars.com or call 253-856-6999 to get your tickets to an upcoming game today.
Minutes and 7 seconds remain. Tacoma Stars in one of their most pivotal games of the season. They lead by 1 over the Baltimore Blast. Baltimore, an excellent team. 10-3-1 so far on the season. Tacoma, not so fortunate. 5-8-3. They find themselves in 8th place on the table. A win here does not get them into 7th, but it closes that gap as they chase Empire. San Diego comes to town March the 1st, and then on the 7th, the Empire Strikers will come. Tyler John gets some space. John thought about the left foot strike. He had a great one Friday night. Rodriguez sets this ball down, goes sprinting. Pacheco slides on. Minute 45. Baltimore trying to pick their moment. Pacheco. Tomas. Sila. Pereira. 60 seconds. Full volley taken and it's skied. .51 seconds. The Stars need to make some accurate passes here and not let the high press get the best of them. Pereira on the throw. Briscoe goes and chases it down. John plays long, looking for Ramos. Pacheco closes it. Stars need to recover. Ramos, John, Briscoe, Caceres, and Hansen are the 5. Caceres intercepts. Couldn't find space. He falls to ground. Caceres, Ramos, John pokes it away. 20 seconds. Sila. Hansen with a toe poke effort goes sky high and into the net. That was as important as ever. Hansen, yellow card for dissent, screaming at the official. He's saying that ball was not on him. Jones goes on. Rivers goes on.
Yellow card number 2, Tacoma dissent.
Hansen's night presumably done, as long as Tacoma can hold on. Pereira over the free kick. Ball gets crossed, taken on the full by Dieguez. Toth gets a hand to it. Clearance only to Jones. Deflected again. Jones sends it forward. 3 seconds on the clock. Sela hits it off the wall. The horn sounds. The Tacoma Stars sweep the Baltimore Blast. Tacoma prevails. How sweet victory is on back-to-back nights. The Stars are on a 4-game win streak. Toth gets a hand to it. This ball pings around. Sela frustrated as he walks off the field. What a great battle between these two sides. Both nights, Friday night, Sunday night, excellent stuff. The Stars maintain their perfect record against the historic Baltimore Blast. This is an organization, a franchise. It's won 10 championships. Tacoma Stars have only been playing them in the recent years. 4-0 now all-time, all games here at the Showwear Center in Kent. Some players have to be slightly separated right now. Nothing like what we've seen previous this season, but Silva has to get pulled away. Zierhofer is playing peacemaker right now. Becker is doing the same. I couldn't see which Tacoma Star was most heated. Hard-fought battle anytime you get two highly competitive teams like this going head-to-head. Tension is certainly bound to rise. See who Pete Richmeyer has post-game. It looks like he's getting Chris Toth. Perhaps not. Chris Toth goes on his lap of honor around the field. It's been a good one so far tonight. A good weekend for these Tacoma Stars. 6-5 victory as it stands. Tacoma had a PK goal which gave them the lead, Nick Pereira. Alessandro Canali got the 6th goal which ended up being the game winner. And now we're gonna go down to Pete Richmeyer, who's got Alessandro Canali. Massive weekend for these Tacoma Stars, sweeping the Baltimore Blast. They are surely making a run towards the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, which will be hosted in San Diego. You can go and reserve your tickets now. Those San Diego Sockers come up to town just next weekend, March 1st. Get your tickets, TacomaStars.showwear.com. You can find your tickets for that game. It'll be a doubleheader weekend where the Tacoma Stars reserves will also be playing in the WISL Championship game at 3 p.m. against the Bellingham United side. It should be a good one. A great Saturday of soccer is ahead of us, so you don't want to miss out. You can catch it here at the Showwear. You can catch it right here on MASL TV. For everyone back at Mission Control, my technical director, Maximus Lockhart, I'm Peyton Behrens. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast tonight. Once again, the Tacoma Stars win tonight's game 6-5 over the Baltimore Blast. We thank you so much, and we hope to see you next time.